Now, being a wallet, in this particular spot, I want the stitching to look as good as possible on the inside. So I am going to call the inside the front. And I'm going to start one hole after I'm starting in the second hole. Pull my threads even. And then go ahead, pull that one through, and this one through. Pull her snug. Whoops, I missed. There goes that hole. We all make boo-boos. It's okay. As long as we catch them and fix them. One of my needles is pretty bent. Need a little more light over here on that side. Now I started on the inside part of the wallet and I'm working to the edge. The edge where I got to do my singeing and stuff will be much less visible just because of the way a wallet works. I'm working on a trifold design too. Just you know, doing a holster is one thing. Trying to design a wallet is a whole nother deal. Now, this isn't really a stressed area, but there's going to be stuff going in and out of a wallet all the time. You know, I'm kind of a cash guy, so I tend to have have more cash in my wallet than anything. Use my card when I go shopping, just so those points get. I just went back 2 here. I'm going to shut up for a minute and talk about this. I went back 2, and I'm going to take from the front side and come through like that. And then I'm just going to snip them off close. And I'm going to take my lighter and just singe those ends down, kind of pat them flat. So that's what it looks like on the inside and the outside. I'm going to go ahead and do the other side and we'll get back to assembling the rest of it. Okay, those pockets are stitched down. Now I carefully set these aside to keep them in order. So I know that this one fits right here. And I want to mark here on the inside. So the way I'm going to do that, excuse me, is I'm going to take my awl and I'm going to angle it quite a bit. So that the mark is under this piece, and it's going to be almost right where the stitch line is going to be. So I'm going to apply some glue there, and I'm going to apply a little bit here and along this edge. Actually, I'm going to go all the way around here with it. So I'm just going to mark the top here so I don't put too much glue up the top. And back to the glue. Alright, that one is ready to go. So before it's completely dry, I want to apply it. I'm going to try to keep everything as flat as I can here. We're going to put that corner down. Then we're going to do this side. And kind of work our way around a little bit. Make sure we're tight up against the T-slots. Flatten everything out as we're going. And I'm just using finger pressure right now. Tap it. And there we go. The second pocket's applied. I'm going to go ahead and put the other one on. You don't need to watch me for that one. And I'll be back. Alright, there we go. Both pockets are on. The next step is to start stitching in the places where you're not going to be able to get. This part I'm going to do on both sides after I have the back on it. You don't stitch in the middle because there needs to be some free room there, because when you put two pieces together they have to be able to separate when you open it all the way, and you need to open it all the way to get your money in there, but you need that little extra on the outside piece so that it'll close. Now I've made a modification to the plans and I've shortened that up a little bit. The outside piece, I've shortened it up just a little bit, and it seems to work better that way, and it doesn't leave this big gap when it's closed down on the bottom. My wallet is the very first one I made, so it's got a big gap down here because I just followed the pattern. Anyway, it all gets broken in sooner or later, so it's not a big deal. They just need to be used. So the first thing I need to stitch is I need to do the inside, right down through here on both sides. So I'm going to punch my holes for that. I'm going to go with one hole. When you look, I'm going to put one hole right off the edge here, right off of that top edge, just so that it holds that edge down good, because it will have credit cards and stuff in it. But I want it just off the edge. Again, I'm coming in about 1/8 of an inch. And maybe even a little less than that. see if you can see that. There's one hole right here, right off the edge. So I'm going to go ahead and finish going down here. Now if you wind up like right here, I got one right on that seam, that's not going to be a big deal. Everything is still going to stay together good. And there you go. So I'm going to stitch this down. I'm going to start at the top, just like last time. I'm going to start in the second hole, go back up to the top hole, and then I'm going to continue on down, just like last time. And then I'm going to do the other side. I showed you some stitching, so I'm not going to do it again. I'm just kind of showing you the assembly process here. So, stay tuned.